Betty Curtis died yesterday in Birmingham. And Curtis & Son Funeral Home will announce the arrangements for Mrs. Betty Curtis. Graveside service for Virginia S. West, age 98 of Sylacauga, is Tuesday at 1 o'clock from Mount Pleasant Baptist Church Cemetery in Fayette County. Mrs. West died Thursday, November the 8th at Coosa Valley Medical Center. She was director of Sylacauga Housing Authority for some 50 years and a member of the Broadway Church of Christ, also a member of numerous civic clubs. She is past president of Sylacauga Garden Club and Business and Professional Women's Club. She was the first female president, she was first female president of the Alabama Association of Housing Authority and the Southeastern Regional Council of the National Association of Housing and Redevelopment Authorities. She managed and did a number of grants of Sylacauga revitalization projects and watershed projects. In her recognition of her contributions, a public housing complex in Sylacauga and a lake in Talladega County was named after her. Online memorials at CurtisandSonFH.com. In lieu of flowers, the family requests donations to a favorite charity, Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Private graveside service for Mr. Alex Javante Brown, age 20, is today at 11 o'clock from Coleman Cemetery in Riverside, Alabama. Sims Funeral Service, Talladega, directing. Funeral service for Pastor Jimmy Edward Garrett, age 63, is Tuesday at Mount Olive Baptist Church in Childersburg at 1 p.m. Brother Lane, the Apostle Lane, officiating. Burial in the Lily Roden Cemetery of Childersburg. Visitation today at the funeral home from 1 until 8. Pastor Garrett died November 7th in Childersburg. He was a member and founder of the Walking by Faith Ministry of Childersburg. Online condolences at communityfuneralhome.org. Community Funeral Home, Sylacauga, directing. Funeral service for Terry Lynn Hardy, age 61, is today at 2 o'clock from Midway Memory Gardens Funeral Home with the Reverend Wes Johnson officiating. The family receiving friends prior to the service, noon until 2 at the funeral home. Mr. Hardy was a native and lifelong resident of Talladega and Midway Memory Gardens Funeral Home in Talladega in charge of the arrangements. Memorial service for Barbara Farr Hathcock, age 67, will be Saturday, November 17th at 1 o'clock from Chapel of Kilgore Funeral Home in Pell City. The family will receive friends noon until 1 o'clock at the funeral home. Mrs. Hathcock died November the 7th. In lieu of flowers, donation can be made to Team Ministries, 1809 Oxmoor Road in Homewood, Alabama, 35209, toward pediatric cancer support. Condolences offered online at KilgoreFH.com, Kilgore Funeral Home, directing. And funeral service for Mr. Johnny Lee Jackson, age 67, it will be Tuesday at Settlement Road Church of Christ in Sylacauga at noon. Pastor Andrew Thomas officiating. Burial in the Settlement Road Church of Christ Cemetery in Sylacauga. Visitation today, 1 until 8 at the funeral home. Family hour from 6 until 8 at the funeral home as well. Mr. Jackson died November 5th in Sylacauga. Online condolences at communityfuneralhome.org. Community Funeral Home in Sylacauga in charge of the arrangements. These obituaries, of course, brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. One other obituary to note this morning, funeral service for Mr. Franklin Thompson, age 84 of Goodwater, will be today at 1 o'clock, Marietta Baptist Church in Goodwater, with burial in the Tallapoosa County Memory Garden. Final arrangements entrusted to Armour's Memorial Funeral Home in Alexander City.